Hey guys, welcome to another interesting class on Benco Institute. I am Gideon, your generator technician. On today's class, we'll be looking at the top 5 problems that affect generators and how to avoid them. Okay, often at times, as a generator technician, I see clients complain about so issues. My generator is not starting and what have you. Meanwhile, there's some very little things they should have done to the generator that would have kept their generator running. So on today's class, we'll be dissecting and bisecting the very 5 most important faults affecting generator and how we would avoid them. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Alright, number 1 most common fault is generator not starting. This is a regular fault. I think if you're a generator user, you should have noticed this at least once while using your generators. Sometimes you use your generator for hours and put it off. Trying to put it on again, it doesn't start. Okay, how do you avoid this? Well, one of the main reasons why this would happen is your plug. If your spark plug is dirty, your generator will definitely not start, especially when there is enough dirt between the 2 electrodes of your spark plug. Your generator certainly will not start. If your generator oil is bad, your generator will not start. Sometimes it may come up, just work for a few seconds and go off again. If it does that continuously, after that it will not start at all until you change your oil. Okay, so make sure you change your oil regularly as directed by your manual. If there is no fuel in your generator, this will equally make your gen not start. Often at times, some people use generator and they are not even sure if there's fuel in their generator. They just go pull and pull. But this, if there's no fuel in your generator cannot start. If your generator tank does not transfer fuel to the carburetor, it cannot start, and this can be as a result of your fuel tap getting blockage as well. So check out for these things. If you check out for these things in the right manner, you will not experience any issues as regards generator not starting. Number 2 on our list is generator not bringing voltage. Okay, or generator not bringing electricity. Let me use that term since that's what's common to everybody. Okay, if your generator cannot power your house, that is one issue people face regularly. Some people use their generators and after some time, they put the gen off. Putting it on again, the generator will not produce voltage. Of course, the generator will start, it will run, but it cannot produce voltage. Other times, you are using your generator and all of a sudden, your generator just stops giving out voltage like that. What could be the cause? One of the causes is this: you overload your generator. Okay, when you overload your generator over time, the alternator weakens, and when it weakens and affects the AVRO, it definitely shuts down. So for that reason, your generator will definitely not produce voltage. Another could be your socket. If your generator sockets are not placed rightly into the if your generator plug are not placed rightly into the socket, it will certainly not give your household electricity. Of course, the generator will have voltage, but it will not give your household electricity. As regards that socket as well, if your socket is burnt, your generator cannot give out voltage, it cannot give out electricity. So the best thing to do is to fix your generator socket appropriately and make sure it doesn't get burnt. How will you avoid that? Fix it properly, tune it to the right angle as advised by the manual, and of course it's going to last long and you will avoid issues as regards generator not producing voltage. Number 3 on our list is also quite common. It's equally very common. Of course, that's the reason it's number 3 on our list. Often at times, for 4-stroke petrol generators, you notice that after usage for some time, it begins to smoke and what have you. One of the reasons your generator would smoke is this: you use a bad oil. If you use an oil that is not accepted by the generator, that is not advised by the manufacturers of your generator as well, that will definitely affect the engine life of your generator, and of course that will make your generator to smoke. Another key thing that will make your generator to smoke that is usually not talked about is equally the load. If a generator, let's say, is a 6,000 rated watts generator, and you forcefully use the gen even beyond the surge rating, let's say it's a 6,000 rated watt generator, the surge rating is about 65 watts or thereabout, and you use the generator for a load of 8 kilowatts equivalent, you are definitely killing the engine of the generator, and that will make the piston and the rings wear out and eventually make your generator smoke. So try to avoid all that, and if you avoid all this, use a good engine oil and use the required load for your generators. Your generator, I tell you, will not smoke. Number 4 on our list is generator making a fluctuating sound. By fluctuating sound, I mean your generator doesn't have a steady running. It goes up and down. I will try to mimic that, like it has a sound. I don't know if you get that appropriately, but that is it. When your generator makes a sound like that, that is what we term fluctuating. Okay, these are the reasons your generator would fluctuate. One of them is using a bad fuel. A bad fuel would come from the petrol station. A bad fuel could equally come from your end. If you have a generator and perhaps you use gallons to go get this fuel and your gallon is dirty, in fact, that will contaminate the fuel. And when eventually this fuel gets into your carburetor, it affects your carburetor and stops the generator rather from having smooth running. So in order to avoid this, make sure you get fuel from the right petrol stations. Make sure you equally use the right medium for buying your petrol. Make sure your gallon is clean, and as such, your generator, I tell you, will not fluctuate. Another reason your generator would fluctuate is this. Though this is not common with people, but I've noticed some users too, they try to distort the flow of the fuel from the tank to the carburetor. How do they do this? They adjust the fuel valve, or the fuel tap as we want to call it in this part of the world. When you put your fuel tap instead of the originally on section, when you put it in the abnormal section so it doesn't open fully for fuel to get into the carburetor, this will definitely affect your carburetor. Imagine a generator running with no sufficient fuel. Of course, you know what happens. It affects your carburetor, affects your engine at large, and that stops your generator from running smoothly. Hey guys, thanks for watching this far. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe, turn on notification bell, and do well to share to friends and family. Tell us in the comment section below which generator problem you've encountered the most while using generator. Number 5 on our list is generator that vibrates. Often at times I see some generators vibrate, and because of that the socket just pulls out. Sometimes you're using your generator, because it vibrates, the fuel tap that is supposed to connect to the hose pulls out from the fuel tap and your fuel starts leaking. A whole lot of things can ensue from vibration of your generator. And one of the reasons why your generator would vibrate is because of the mountings, or the settings as some people would want to call it. If your generator setting is bad, of course it's going to vibrate. It's not going to be perfectly fitted to the frame of the generator. It's going to vibrate. And of course, another thing that would make your generator vibrate is when the nuts are loosed. Let's assume your generator tank is connected to the skid and for some reason the nuts somehow loose. Of course, that generator will vibrate because the tank starts vibrating, and before you know what's happening, other nuts and bolts lose out as well. So to put your generator in proper shape, make sure your nuts are well tight and make sure your mountings are well fitted. If you notice any bad mounting, probably one or more, just try as your possible best to quickly change it. All right, this is a bonus one. I notice most times generator users complain of damaged rope. And why is your rope always damaged? Why is your rope always bad? Why do you kickstart your generator and all of a sudden the rope comes with you? That's because most people do not know how to start a generator. Okay, the proper way to start a generator, it's quite easy. Pull the generator accordingly as directed by the manual, or if you are in doubt on how to do that, you can check a video on our channel. That video is going to teach you how to kickstart your generator properly. If you have watched to this very point, I really appreciate you. You guys are the reason we post videos consistently. And just to support us, please do well to subscribe. Please do well to equally share this video to friends and family. Turn on the notification bell and drop your comments in the comment section. Tell us what you would like us to do in our next video. Till we meet in our next class, it's goodbye from us.